Steno peeps, welcome back to another dictation from our 5 days of holiday dictations to keep you on your machine for at least 5 to 10 minutes during the Christmas chaos. So today we are doing a Q&A, and this is also based around Home Alone. This is going to be all around the wet bandits and Kevin setting up all those traps. Who did it? Who's guilty? Who's not? So be sure to set your speed controller and let's dig in. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I now instruct you on the law and how it applies to you in the case you've heard. Your role is to weigh the evidence presented and determine the facts based on the law as I will outline it. The case involves the actions of Kevin McAllister, who at the age of 8 was left home alone during the Christmas holidays and subsequently took measures to protect his family's home from burglars. The central question you must address is whether Kevin's actions were reasonable under the circumstances and whether they comply with the legal standards of self-defense and property protection. First, let's discuss self-defense. The law allows individuals to protect themselves and their property from imminent harm. However, the force used must be reasonable and proportionate to the threat faced. In Kevin's case, you've seen that he set up various traps to deter burglars. Your task is to determine whether these actions were reasonable given his age and the situation. To evaluate the reasonableness of Kevin's actions, consider the following factors. 1. Imminence of threat. Did Kevin have a reasonable belief that the burglars posed an immediate threat to his safety and the safety of his home? 2. Proportionality. Did Kevin's actions setting up the traps constitute a proportionate response to the threat posed by the burglars? Was the level of force used in line with what was necessary to protect himself and his property? 3. Age and capacity. Given Kevin's age, his ability to judge and respond to the situation may differ from that as an adult. Was his response influenced by his young age and limited experience? Additionally, you must consider the potential consequences of Kevin's actions. While self-defense is justified, it must not result in unnecessary harm. The damages caused by the traps, the injuries to the burglars, and the overall impact on Kevin's home should be weighed in your deliberations. On the matter of property protection, the law acknowledges that individuals have the right to protect their property. However, this right does not extend to excessive or unreasonable measures. In this case, you must determine if the measures taken by Kevin were within the bounds of acceptable property protection. As you deliberate, remember that the burden of proof lies with the party bringing the claim. If the plaintiffs are asserting that Kevin's actions were unlawful, they must prove this claim beyond a reasonable doubt. If they fail to meet this burden, then you must find in favor of Kevin. Your verdict should be based solely on the evidence presented during the trial and the law as explained to you. It is your duty to render a fair and impartial decision. If you find that Kevin's actions were reasonable and proportionate under the circumstances, then you should find in his favor. If, however, you believe that his actions exceeded what was reasonable or necessary, then you must consider that in your verdict. Finally, remember to deliberate in good faith, carefully considering all the evidence and arguments. Your role is crucial in ensuring that justice is served based on the facts and the law. If you have any questions during your deliberations, please notify the court. Now, you may retire to the jury room and begin your deliberations. Court is adjourned. Oh my gosh, it's so fun to theme these out to movies that we know are classics and just keeping it all holiday themed. So hope you're enjoying these, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for another one. If you do one a day, bare minimum, this is at least keeping you on your machine for 5-10 minutes to keep you in practice while we're in the Christmas chaos. So I'll see you tomorrow.